I just got back from my second trip with EF Ultimate Break, and I want to give my review and whether or not I would recommend it. Got back from the Japan experience. It's about 2 weeks long. Tokyo, Hakone, Osaka, Kyoto, and I think that's it. I'll just put the picture. I went by myself, so I did not know anyone on that trip prior to going. I was a little bit nervous because what if I don't click with anyone here? People can go on these trips for a lot of different reasons, especially one to Japan. Some people are there because they love anime. Some people are there because they love to shop. Some people just like nature and hiking. But the good thing is I love doing stuff by myself. So worst come to worst, I would just be by myself the whole time. But let's just talk about my review with EF as a whole. I'm gonna tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. Let's start with what I like about it. First of all, you don't have to plan anything. As somebody who is a type A planner, it just is so nice to sit back and relax and not think about anything. I didn't have to book my flights. I didn't have to worry about transportation. Mind you, we went between 5 different cities, so there's a lot of travel going on and I didn't have to think about any of that. We stayed in 5 hotels. There was a lot of transportation. If you travel, you know that is stressful, so you don't have to worry about any of it. Secondly, the hotels are super nice. I booked a plus trip both times, and with those trips, you're guaranteed a nicer hotel. Here's a clip of one of the ones that we stayed in. This is the Moxie in Osaka. I love Moxie hotels. I loved it. The third thing I like about it and what I learned on this trip is you are bound to meet some like-minded people. There's 40 freaking people there. So it's just so nice because obviously there is a common ground here, right? People love to travel. A lot of people love to solo travel. There's gonna be somebody in that group who you really like. Luckily, I ended up clicking with several of the girls there. I had so much fun. So nice to have certain moments where you're doing your own thing and then meet back up with the group later. It's just like perfect day. I'm already talking to someone about planning another trip. Next, you have the opportunity to become an ambassador, and I'm an ambassador now, which is so cool. Eventually, I can be going on one of these trips for free. I think if traveling is something you're passionate about, why not earn points and be able to end up having a free trip? 5, the freedom to come and go as you please. I already mentioned that a little bit, but if I want to follow the group activities and itinerary to a T, I can do that. And if I want to spend the entire trip by myself, I can do that, which I kind of weaved in and out of things with the group. If they were doing something I really wanted to be a part of, I went. For example, going to Hiroshima, why would I miss that? Versus I didn't want to go to Team Labs, so I didn't go. I went shopping instead. Okay, next is super organized. My tour director, his name was Kento. He was literally the best. He did such an amazing job. None of us were ever worried, stressed, or having mishaps really. He was on his P's and Q's with everything. Obviously, we're paying for this experience, and it just for it to be so seamless is just all you can ask for. He was so kind, so funny, so organized, so helpful. Just 10 out of 10. Next, the pacing is really good. Obviously, I was exhausted because the time difference is 13 hours. There's no time for you to ever be bored. There's always something that you can be doing if you want to. Even on the bus rides, you'll be entertained. We played a lot of games, but also there's time to rest if you need it. So another thing I really like is the option to room by yourself. Obviously, it costs more, but I pay extra for it because that's just what I like. And then another thing is EF as a whole, if you have issues or something went wrong, they are very accommodating. And I just think that is so important. If you follow me, you know I don't play about customer service and people just being like good quality humans. Damn, everything is not about money. For example, I have allergies, I'm gluten-free, and for some reason, my flight did not have my gluten-free allergy on the plane. As somebody with allergies, every once in a while, this kind of just happens and then it sucks. But long story short, they ended up giving me money back for one of the experiences I signed up for. Like if something goes wrong, they are very accommodating, and I've seen that several times now. Now talking about what I don't like. Honestly, not much. I really had to sit down and think about it. But there is one thing. So you can either have them book your flights for you or you can book them yourself. Both times I went, I had them book my flights for me. When you book your flights through a travel agency, you don't have a lot of wiggle room to change things later. So I wanted to upgrade my seat to a seat with extra leg room. This is a long flight and I just need to be comfortable. And I was not able to do that because it was booked through a travel agency. The airlines can be really weird about stuff like that. So, and it's also just not guaranteed that you're gonna get the seat you want. You can let them know you want a window seat, but it's not really a guarantee. And also you don't have control over what time they book your flights, how many connections you have. So I'm just gonna book mine next time because I want the least amount of connections possible and I need extra leg room and I need a window seat, period. That's the only thing. So would I recommend? Hell yeah. Especially if you've been wanting to try a solo trip and are a little nervous or haven't done it yet. This is a perfect way to just get your feet wet. It's literally so much fun. Yes, they have a whole itinerary, but there's also extra little nuggets of stuff you'll be doing there. We did karaoke nights, we went out. I actually can't wait to do another one. They have a sale going on right now and I've been looking. If you're interested, you can get $100 off your first trip with my code UATORI100. And I also have the quick link in my pillar. Just go look, see if there's anywhere you've really been dying to visit, and you can look at the itinerary and be like, oh my God, this looks so fun. It is very fun. They have trips to literally everywhere.